Hola, muy buenas a todos, soy Dosflores, estamos en un nuevo vídeo de Vampire y seguimos interrogando a los ciudadanos del muelle a ver si encontramos a Santo, que parece que se ha transformado o en un vampiro o en un escal y está desaparecido. Acabo de salir del refugio, he caído aquí y no parece haberle importado a nadie.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me,
Ostras,
maybe?
esta es la mujer de Cox, el criminal.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Venga, otra misión más. ¡Vamos! Joder, macho, aquí todos los ciudadanos... ¿Me dan alguna misión?
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
You never paid him a visit at the Pembroke Hospital, did you?
And I don't intend to. In Clay's case, I'm not against a medical mistake or a little help from the Spanish flu.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that?
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Can I see what you have?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I...
Ah, no me interesa. No me interesa, señora. No, pero quiero seguir...
Good evening.
Hello again.
Aquí, que le tengo que preguntar.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find
Por
him?
el hombre.
The sad saint. I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye.
Bueno, parece que esta mujer no tiene ningún problema. Hola, asesino.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
La verdad es que en todo el juego no he visto ningún policía.
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
No sé en qué podéis ayudar, la verdad. Pero bueno.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really. One of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
Don't you see it's an endless spiral? One day, it will be you who will be stabbed, or shot, or worse.
That's what my sweet Edwina always says, that one day I'll get it too. But she says it with the most beautiful smile, my Edwina.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
¿Veis? Casi todo el mundo me envía a hablar con
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
El Tom tiene que saberlo.
Good
Hola.
evening.
Hello again, Doctor.
Tausana le va a hacer una pregunta personal.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
¿Cómo? He perdido una pista. Ay, va, no sabía que esas cosas podían pasar. He dado ahí por darle, por mera curiosidad. ¡Hala, qué curioso! ¡Qué guarrada!
Booth.
You have no... What is it, Doctor? A woman's not...
Behind all your crude...
Romance...
Ah, directamente da la respuesta que ya di en su momento.
Goodbye,
Curioso.
Miss-
Pues mira, algo que no sabía. ¡Hala! Otra cagada que he hecho. ¡Qué bien! A partir de ahora voy a intentar dar a lo correcto siempre que pueda.
It's locked.
Ahí fue donde aparecí muerto, al otro lado de esta puerta.
I must look a fool. Heartens me to know you can't see me, my sweet queen. Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
¿Y este sitio? Hola Frank, ¿cómo estás, viejo amigo? Me encantó verte la semana pasada, pero la próxima vez déjame pagar alguna ronda. Espero que todo vaya bien por esa parte de la ciudad. Aquí en tu viejo vecindario la situación se está agravando. Clay se vuelve más y más violento cada día y solo piensa en expandirse, aunque por lo visto hay nuevos jugadores en la partida que tratan de disputarnos el territorio. Me temo que no pinta demasiado bien para los Wetboth Boys. Así que pensé en lo que me dijiste cuando nos vimos, que jamás te arrepentiste de dejar la banda, que lo único de lo que te arrepentías era de no poder volver a pisar el Esten para evitar una buena paliza o peor. Pues bien, ten por seguro que contarás con mi protección si decides pasar por aquí algún día. A lo mejor podríamos volver a hablar de nuevas oportunidades y trabajo, ¿no? Ya sabes que siempre se me han dado bien los números, así que si necesitas un contable para tu empresa, bueno, ya lo iremos concretando, ¿de acuerdo? Dale recuerdos a tu esposa de mi parte. Larga vida, tal, Buzz, Digby. Espera. Entonces este pavo de aquí... ¿Dónde estás? Aquí.
You again? What?
Espera, que tengo una preguntita.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Goodbye.
Vale.
It's been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
Aquí tenemos al cazador de vampiros falso. Quiero dar una vueltecita más por... No, esto ya lo he visto. Pues nada, creo que nos toca ya entrar dentro del pub. Aquí estoy porque he llegado. Usted primero.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize
Se ha
me?
quedado bugueado.
We met a few nights ago.
Don't
bien.
take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Jason Delaney.
Por los ojos que tú tienes,
I'll try to
Jonathan,
remember you.
tú te has
this
pasado con el
time.
alcohol. Con las drogas chungas. O sea, por Dios. Que esos ojos a nadie le llama la atención, de verdad.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Es que estas preguntas ya las hice en su día, en la taberna, pero parece que otra vez las
Don't you
tengo que volver a
work at
repetir.
all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the...
Mira, esto ya lo he dicho, nada. Bueno, espera. Vida en Londres,
Is there-
tal. Esto no lo pregunto.
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express...
Vale, ya está.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure, I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Bueno, hablemos.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint? I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Vale, hasta luego.
Goodbye.
Ha caído bien el hombre, ¿eh?
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise.
Tiene poderes de bug. Ay, espera, ¿verdad? Usted, señor.
Good evening.
What?
Inebriation.
Yes.
Tome.
Take...
Hey, Doc.
Nada, hombre, no se preocupe.
Goodbye.
Porque no tengo nada para la resaca, que si no... Ahí está. Hola, Sabrina.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Vale, ya no puedo interactuar más. Hay un montón de pistas, pero...
Miss Cavendish,
no
would you be
tengo-
willing to help me
no
locate
las
Sean
necesito para
Hampton?
poder
You better ask
acceder a
Tom,
las
sir.
conversaciones.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Vale.
Goodbye, Miss...
Vamos, todo el mundo me lleva a Tom.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India. Jack. He didn't deserve this.
Seguro que aquí encuentro alguna nota, alguna carta. Algo. Yo creo que sí, que aquí tiene que haber algo que me dé pistas sobre otra gente. A lo mejor me estoy colando. Y no hay nada. Pues nada, no parece. Bueno, pues
Times
nada.
like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Pero es que en mi caso
Good
son de
evening,
sangre.
Tom.
Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Vale.
I see.
Yo creo que el siguiente vídeo
So you
me
get
lo haré
pressure from
claramente
all
exclusivamente a
sides about
misiones
how this
secundarias.
place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always.
Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Madre mía, la de pistas que hay que aprender sobre Tom.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
I believe he returned.
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Vale. Pues
Goodbye,
gracias,
Mr.
Tom. El hombre que lo sabe todo. Vale.
I should have offered a drink.
Pues nada, vamos a ir a ver a ver si le encontramos. ¿Encuentra Son? Sí, además que de hecho fue por aquí donde nos lo encontramos. He pasado de ellos, pero vamos, que sí he pasado de ellos. Se lo han cargado.
Seems like the guard at Freeone is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
Want some of this? Bloody monster! You're mine!
Exagera un poco más.
You leeches!
Por favor.
Burn it, boys!
Hombre, no tiene mucho nivel, debo admitir.
Kill is all you deserve! Crush the leech, boys! Die, beast! Kill is all you deserve!
A ver. Relajémonos un poquito, ¿eh?
Burn it, boys! I hate leeches! Die, vermin! Oh, mine! You leeches! Want some of this? Die, vermin!
En serio, la cámara de este juego me revienta, ¿eh?
Crush the leech, boy! Kill it all you die, vermin! Want some of this? Want some of that? Crush the leech,
bonito. Ay. Con lanzallamas, en serio.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Y lo dice el que ha llenado todo esto de cadáveres. Muy bien, sí, sí. Ya mismo estoy un poquito perdido, ¿eh? Ay, espera. Que antes he visto un baúl y creo que no lo he cogido. Antes mientras nos estábamos pegando. Mira ahí. Si sabía yo que me había dejado algo. Que vamos, que he cogido una esquila de aluminio. Tampoco es algo con lo que no pueda vivir. Pero... No, por ahí iré luego más tarde, que probablemente tenga misiones relacionadas con esta zona. Estoy casi convencido. Y ya vendré. Voy a ir, como dije, a hacer la misión, que si no luego se me acaban... No las avanzo muy poquito, de muy poquito a muy poquito. Para que refugio cerca.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
¿Esto se puede abrir? No tiene pinta, ¿no?
I cannot enter.
Se está curando el cabrón, yo creo. Curioso, porque esta zona había pasado antes por aquí y estaban aquí tan tranquilos. La verdad, me ha sorprendido de repente encontrarme esta pelea, ¿eh? No me la esperaba, pero bueno. O sea, esperaba encontrarme a los de la guardia, eso sí. Recuerdo que aquí cogí el hacha, que estaba clavado en una pared. Bueno, en una pared, en una de estas columnas, creo recordar. Yo necesito una sierra. Una sierra común o algo así ponía, ¿no? Para poder mejorar la que tengo ya. Mira, un artículo del periódico. Joven arrestado por intento de asesinato. Anoche, un muchacho llamado Tom Watts fue arrestado por la policía por intento de asesinato en el conocido restaurante La Campana de Plata de Percival Street. El sospechoso fue visto delante del restaurante, apuntando con una pistola a los clientes durante un minuto, pero sin disparar. Dos testigos denunciaron de inmediato su comportamiento. Watts fue arrestado sin oponer resistencia, pero se negó a dar explicaciones por sus acciones. Solo estuvo dispuesto a decir su nombre. El arma estaba cargada, confirmó el agente que respondió a nuestras preguntas. Es probable que Watts sufra la condena de los tribunales de su majestad debido a su falta. El joven ingresará en prisión durante al menos unos años. O sea, que fue un criminal. Nuestro amigo el tabernero. Digo, a lo mejor puedo subir. Ah, no, y puedo. Es más, de hecho. Nah.
It's on to us! Back in the crate!
Me quedo sin aguante, cago en la... Mira, que había un refugio.
Over there!
Lo he dicho, los que son enemigos a distancia son súper blanditos. Aquí no hay nada nuevo, como quien dice. Pero claro, lo que no sé yo es cómo llegar
It's
aquí.
locked. All
A ver.
right.
Es que es al otro lado de este muro. Ay. Al estornudar he movido la cámara y no sabía dónde estaba. Vale. Pues me da a mí que voy a tener que dar una vuelta muy larga, ¿eh? Pero bueno, si es lo que toca, es lo que toca. ¿Qué se le va a hacer? Vale. Y esta puerta estaba cerrada, ¿verdad? Sí. Mira, me había dejado esto. Es que voy a tener que venir por aquí. Menuda vuelta voy a dar. Pero bueno. Si es lo que toca. Vale, ya. Estoy escuchando por aquí a un Skal. Ah, mira, están ahí abajo. Serines. Ay, coge esta sierra. Estaría cojonudo. Pues estoy yendo bien. Es que encima es uno de los... Que la situación es jodida, ¿eh? La situación es muy jodida. Esta además era de los que se convertían en sombras, así que al menos me lo he cargado rápido. Guay. Voy a ver si puedo dar un bordeo, porque es que no me apetece nada enfrentarme a esos. A veces recojo balas. Estarán por el suelo, supongo, y al pasar por encima las recogeré. Pero me sorprende, la verdad. Muy bien, muy bien. Y eso es el refugio. Lo bueno es que ya dejo la puerta abierta, ya dejo el atajo, ¿no?